Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, I want to go do a little bit of a deep dive over, well, the big internet controversy that's been ongoing as of these past few days. Now, as I'm sure you guys know, one of my favorite pastimes is looking through Reddit threads, Twitter threads, and people just overall being a little bit too confident with their opinions or too confident in their hot takes. But that's kind of what makes the internet fun, is that people get to go on both sides, and then you have the one guy with that big bait post, and then the whole internet kind of goes and talks about it for an entire day until everyone moves on and finds something new to be upset about. But when it comes to this, there's actually really been a big PlayStation 5 kind of discourse going on right now. There's been a little bit of a drama where basically the PlayStation didn't really win many awards, if any at all, really, when it came to the Game of the Year award show, or a lot of big things such as Baulders were kind of taken away, which I do think is deserved, and that was my own Game of the Year. But a lot of folks are kind of left wondering, what's up with Spider-Man? Spider-Man was dope, how come it didn't win any rewards? And well, at the end of the day, what's going on with this? So I'm going to talk about this, talk about the hot takes floating around. I want to hear your thoughts and comments down below, because hopefully me as a guy who's on the screen and you guys are watching, hopefully I seem somewhat coherent in what I'm trying to go and say. So let's go talk about it. So if any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, or go check out the nice little PS5 giveaway going on. We also are going to be doing a little bit of a drinky stream down below on Twitch, probably live right this second. If you guys are bored and want to say hi, or click on the link and just like lurk around and see what's up, because I'm a little bit more on the different side, say on Twitch compared to YouTube, but you know, maybe at some point I'm going to blend in between the two, because I actually have had a lot of folks asking for me to stream sometimes on YouTube, and I have done a few, and I'm kind of tempted to do a little bit more, and I do think it seems a little bit fun. So if you guys ever want that, we might want to start doing those in the near future. But anyway, so I have like the big thing over here. There's just this one really big post that's been kind of making its way around town. And this might be a little bit loud for you guys in the speakers. Let me go up this over here, where basically the game itself is showing some Spider-Man gameplay. Now, Spider-Man, this game was dope. This game was cool. I haven't played it yet. I need to go play it. I'm going to play it on my Twitch stream sometime soon. But basically, they've been showing up this tweet right here. And this has 41 million views. I'm talking 43 million views right now. And it says Baldur's Gate winning Game of the Year Game of the Year over this is crazy. Showcasing a little bit of a spoiler, but showcasing up some Spider-Man stuff, where you guys can kind of see this cutscene over here, or it's just literally Spider-Man going and getting flung through a bunch of different buildings and stuff's going on, you know, big heroic superhero stuff. I think this cutscene was sick. Like, I just want to go and first and foremost say this. I want everyone to know, I thought that was cool. Like, I don't want to be a hater. I am not a hater. Basically, this is like cool Spider-Man stuff, doing cool Spider-Man things. You know, doing cool Spider-Man stuff everywhere, you know? So when it comes to this, I do not want to sound like a hater. I don't want to be a hater. I think this is cool. I like the cutscenes. I like the cinematography, whatever the heck you guys are going to go say the word for it is. Like the choreographic-ness. Whatever words they are, I like this. I think it's good. I think it's well made, and I enjoy Spider-Man. Like, this is cool to me. Like, big boss fights and heroic fights and everything else. I think that's sick. But the one big caveat that a lot of people on the internet, and myself included, are saying is that this is like a cutscene, my dude. Now, I think cutscenes are dope, but they're trying to go compete against, like, Baldur's Gate. And Baldur's Gate, if you guys ever play the game, I don't want to simp for it too hard, but it's like a good game. Like, it has good everything. Like, it's an in-depth D&D game. It's basically a different genre. Take it a little bit more slower. It's meant to be a long game. You're supposed to see all the bits and pieces of it. You're supposed to enjoy the process. Well, Spider-Man's more of like, hey, you're a superhero. You're doing superhero stuff. Enjoy being a superhero for, like, you know, 15 hours. Baldur's Gate's like, hey, you get some buds. You check out different characters. You try to go and talk to alien people and see what's up and see how their vibe goes and see if you do the hanky-panky with them, and then you go and play that for 150 hours and do whatever the heck you want to go do. Like, it's kind of like you play how you want to play type style. Almost like a Tears of the Kingdom type 2 as well. But obviously this got a lot of attention with 41 million views and people clamoring about this type of stuff, where a lot of folks are like, hey man, like, I haven't played, this person who says, I haven't played either one of these games, and I'm sure they're both great, but as a society, we really need to stop posting cinematic cutscenes with no actual gameplay and being like, see how great this game is. And I agree, because, like, this isn't really gameplay, this is like a cutscene in a game itself. Now, it kind of goes and segues into that, like, that was a cool transition. Like, I'm not trying to go and say anything bad about Spider-Man at all. I think Spider-Man's dope. I think they, I don't honestly probably deserve some awards, but it's a very safe game, and that's why it's selling really well. It's like when people go and keep on making the 18th different Marvel movie because it sells well, like the 15th different Batman game or movie because it sells well. Like, that's how it works. Like, that's how the industry is. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I think it gets a little bit overstated at times, but it's kind of what Spider-Man is meant to be. It's meant to be that good normie game that people enjoy, and it's like a good vibe. you enjoy just playing it. Like, it's a sit down and relax, and you feel like a superhero. It's fun. Everyone loves Spider-Man. But I do agree. Like, I think the internet's getting a little bit on the heated side because, bro, like, this is not a real game. But it was even kind of more interesting, though, too, as well, because people were actually now, once again, putting the gameplay between the two. Saying, hey, man, I looked at the high-level Baldur's Gate 3 combat and threw in the clips of Miles in a random Spider-Man encounter. So this is about the part 2. So instead of it just being like, hey, here's cool cutscenes, let me show you actual gameplay between the two. And I do want to say I agree. Like, the overall idea for this stuff, I do agree. I think Spider-Man had a little bit more funner gameplay, but it's a different type of gameplay. And that's what I tried to say before. Is Baldur's Gate's like a D&D, like a role-playing game. It's like a good experience. It's a good vibe. You go and you play that game, and you sit back, relax. You have a bourbon, or you're just hanging out with your buds in a call. It's like a very laid-back game. I don't want to say there's not high tense moments, because there's definitely high tense moments, but a lot of it's like just walking around, interacting with people, getting stories, doing decisions, and trying to like kind of put together the story, because it's a D&D, you're meant to roleplay as your character. So it's a different genre of game. And that's why I kind of feel like Game of the Year award does deserve to go to Baldur's Gate, because it was that unique genre that's not necessarily like the most full-blown. Superhero action game has been done many, many times over, both for movies and games. It doesn't impact the gaming industry as a whole. It doesn't change anything as a whole. Well, Baldur's Gate, once again, had a instantaneous hit. Like, a lot of people liked the game, a lot of people, but it also brought in new people into that genre who may have not done so before. Spider-Man, I'll tell you what, and I said this on a prior video, everyone knows Spider-Man. Your grandma knows Spider-Man, your mom knows Spider-Man, your abuela, your brother, sister, you yourself probably know Spider-Man. But the part 2 of that is maybe not many people know about, say, a game like a Baldur's Gate, where it's a D&D. People may have heard of D&D, but they don't really know it. They don't understand, like, what it is, or the role-playing aspect of it, or the role aspect of it, or whatever it might be. So while this is kind of a hot and good take over here, where I do think a lot of PlayStation fans are rightfully so defending their PlayStation, saying Spider-Man was a good game, it does kind of seem kind of funny because people are upset about it. I think a little bit on the too much side. Now, I do think there's always that middle ground, where rational people understand that, like, kind of how what I'm trying to say is that there's a difference between the two. There is a different genre. And I do think this looks more fun. Like, don't get me wrong. Pure gameplay, pure combat-wise, to me, this looks more fun. It's superhero stuff, doing superhero things, doing superhero stuff, and I like this because it's fun. Like, it's flashy. And then here's, like, their kind of meme. They're kind of joking us, too, but this is like Baldur's Gate. Which I agree, it's a turn-based combat, it's gonna be a slower game. And now, like, it's funny, like, they're technically right, that this is actually a pretty good clapback, I gotta give them credit. Like, I gotta put credit where credit's due. But like I keep on trying to stress, it's a different game, it's a different audience, it's a different genre. And that's why I think it does deserve Game of the Year, because it was a game that surprised people. It was a game that did actually affect the gaming industry as a whole. Because maybe, guess what, maybe more people will be playing games like D&D. Maybe more people will go do real-life D&D campaigns. Or maybe people just enjoy the fact of something a little bit more of a slower pace. Like, not everything has to be ADHD, Fortnite, Goku is doing the whammy jammy with Eminem rapping next to you, dropping a stand solo. Like, it's one of those things that it's okay to have differences in games. And that's what makes the gaming universe as a whole great, because we don't always want to be playing the same game. We don't always want to be a superhero. We don't always want to be, Kratos going through and destroying the entire planet, and then going right next to playing Spider-Man right afterwards, or going to Last of Us, where we're always the main character. I don't mind those games. I like those games. It's not a heat against those games. But I have to go and say that some people, maybe even some of these PlayStation fans, it's definitely not all of you guys, don't get me wrong, I'm just trying to generalize the folks on Twitter and Reddit, but like, you have to appreciate gaming as a whole. Like, there's a reason why Minecraft and Terraria and Stardew exist, and there's also a reason why games like Counter-Strike, Call of Duty exist. One is like, you're just kind of peacefully building, doing building stuff, and just relaxing. You're winding down, or like you're a kid and you just want to enjoy like a building game. And then the other part too, we have a Call of Duty where sometimes you want to get some angst out, sometimes you want to get some fighting out, sometimes you want to go and have a good experience at the end of the day, and you want to feel like you're powerful. Or sometimes games like Spider-Man where you want to be the hero. And that's why I think gaming as a whole is such an interesting concept, because there's every bit of genre. But not every genre can always be the stereotypical Spider-Man, I'm a superhero, I'm going to save the hot girl, I'm going to go and save the world and live happily ever after. Sometimes you need to have those nitty-gritty games like a Baldur's Gate where people can, go away for a long time. I don't know what I can say for YouTube monetization or not. Or you can have a chance to wind down, or have a chance to play something new with your friends and make that gaming experience unique and whole again. And that's what I kind of think at the end of the day matters a lot when it comes to gaming, when it comes to stuff as a whole, because I want people happy. I want people to enjoy games. I want gaming to keep on growing. And at the same time, if people are always too uptight thinking this cutscene's cool and Spider-Man was dope, and I think Spider-Man was dope, and they don't really see the full picture and kind of lock themselves in a not being able to fully realize the good that's out there is more harmful than not. So I want to hear your thoughts on all this down below. Make sure you guys are subscribe if you guys want to, and as well, we have the Twitter and Twitch room down below, and the brand new giveaway if you guys want to join that. And I just appreciate you guys all so much for watching, and congrats once again for Baldur's Gate 4 Game of the Year. I think it deserved it. I'm happy they won it. At the end of the day, we got to see some cool stuff in the future to make things a little bit better at the end of the day. I don't know. Give me your thoughts. I love you guys. Go swing by the Twitch if you guys are bored. I'm going to be drinking, and I love you guys. Bye.